Hi guys, Shimo Polot and welcome back to the channel. So, you may not know this because you're not as stickler about this as I am, but by the time I'm recording this video, this is really the annual anniversary of the first ever YouTube video that I dropped. It was less than a minute long, it was grainy, and in my opinion it was terrible, but it was something that I did because I had to do it so I could start making these videos. So, when I started doing this YouTube journey, I was just as really shocked as everyone else. And it began in COVID. During COVID times, I was fortunate enough to still have my job, but I still had a lot of free time. So during my free time, I was doing a bunch of one-on-one consultations with data stuff, with a bunch of clients on the internet, mostly Excel, some people Python, some people R. But so it was from that people told me, people were encouraging me saying, you should teach, you should start a YouTube channel and stuff like that. And so I thought about it and I thought about all the vulnerability involved in it and all the technical stuff involved in it. And I made a ton of excuses, which lasted maybe almost a year. And eventually I realized that all I needed to start a YouTube channel was a camera and myself and some knowledge. And so I was fortunate enough to get a wonderful video editor who is sitting behind the camera right now. And she helps me out edit all these videos. And so I just started. A lot of people ask me, what's the plan? How much money am I making? Am I rolling in the dough? So if you've made a YouTube video before, or if you're in the YouTube economy, then you know that I need 1,000 subscribers and around 4,000 watch hours before I can start making money from YouTube. I'm not there by any stretch of the imagination. I have maybe about 600 something subscribers, which is why if you're joining this video right now, this is the perfect video to start subscribing to my channel because you're getting perspective and you're learning about the whole journey. So at this point, hit the like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Right now I have about 600 subscribers. I have like 500 something watch hours, which seems like I have a ton of ways to go, but actually really isn't that hard. All I have to do is post consistently for as long as it takes. So in the meantime, what is the value for me? Okay, how am I benefiting from YouTube? I have a consultancy where I sort of help businesses and individuals make sense of their information. I say that, but really it's data analytics, data science support for businesses and individuals. So some people come to me because they have a bunch of data that they want to make sense of. Sometimes businesses come to me and they say, we have all this information, how can we organize it? So I help with that kind of stuff. Before I had YouTube, I was getting very few of those clients because I really wasn't doing a good job of publicizing that. But then I started the YouTube channel and then the consultancies just kept pouring in. Okay, so one of the huge advantages that this channel has given me is that I am able to consult a lot more. So I'm able to make that kind of money now because of this channel. So it's a combination of this channel and my blog. Even though I don't really put a lot of tech and Excel and data related stuff on my blog anymore just because I realized people were not reading it. So I just decided to restrict that to the YouTube channel, and the blog just has a bunch of life stuff. If you're not subscribed to my blog, you definitely should. I'll leave a link in the description below. But yeah, so one of the main benefits was my consultancy. So how else can I make money? Sponsorships. So if you're watching this video and you're like, I really like this dude, I like what he says, I like the content that he shares, I think my business could benefit from him pushing some of my products. He doesn't have a huge following right now, but he has a decent enough following that I could monetize. And if that's you, then reach out to me and we can work something out where you pay me to post videos about some of your products and things like that. But so sponsorships are another way that I could make money via this channel. Very recently I've been approached by 2 organizations to share some of their products on the channel. I'm kind of working on that content. It's a very tricky space for me because I have to be careful how I share about certain products, because if I share a product that actually sucks, then you may not trust me ever again. So then the balance between sharing an objective review of a product, depending on what the client wants, that's what really determines if I actually get the gig and do the gig or not. But sponsorships are another way. So if you're interested in having me push some of your products, then let me know. I'll see what I can do. I can push them either on my YouTube channel or on my Instagram, which has a little more followers than my YouTube, but we're going up. But yeah, so what is the plan going forward? So the plan is to make a video, at least one video every week, for the foreseeable future, for as long as I can, provided all things remain constant, provided I still have a video editor, provided I still have space to do it, provided I still have the time to do it. I will do it for as long as I enjoy it. That's really the plan. In about a year or two, and part of me sharing this is so I can sort of hold myself accountable, so I can watch this video later, and maybe you can also watch it later and get inspired by how I end up progressing along this journey. So come along with me. But so in a year or two, I do want to have a studio, content creation, where I shoot these videos, where I also support other people that want to create content and things like that. So I do want to have a studio. I also want to fully outsource a lot of the stuff that happens behind the scenes to make these videos come to production. So things like script writing. I don't really write scripts of my videos. I kind of just sit in front of a camera and just start talking, and sometimes you notice that I'm doing it very raw, sometimes you don't, which is a good thing if you don't notice. I do plan in the future to pay my video editor a lot more money. I do plan to hire people like script writers. I do plan to hire people that manage all the content on social media, because every Monday I have to, well, maybe not every Monday necessarily, but I have to do a lot of scheduling of posts to go out, and you have to schedule them on multiple platforms, you know, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, the blog. And so that process of having to send all that information to all these different platforms at once is a bit tedious, honestly, and I'd rather not have to deal with it. And so in the future, I would like some sort of social media management team as well, really just a social media management person to sort of handle pushing out all the content on a clean schedule, so I don't have to worry about that stuff. And all I have to worry about is sitting in front of the camera and sharing whatever knowledge I have to share. So I think for me, that's the big one. The big one is for this channel to transition into a more productive channel, which is generating income which can then run the business. And the goal is to monetize the channel within a year. So even though I started this channel a year ago, I really started posting videos every week in March. I believe it was March 7th. That's when I started posting a video every week up to now. So whenever I get to about 50 videos, I'm hoping by the time I get to 50 videos, I will have reached the subscriber limits and the watch hour limits that I need to monetize. And once I do that, yes, creators on YouTube in the African continent do not make nearly as much money as creators in the other continents, which is, you know, sometimes I say it's part racism, but also maybe not. It's really just a function of the kind of market that we live in. For example, if I post a link for you to buy this pen on Amazon, you probably won't buy it if you're in Uganda, because Amazon and shipping and supply chain and all that stuff. So it's kind of hard for our markets to monetize a lot of the different links and stuff that we can share. And so that's why the dollar amounts per view for creators with a primary audience in Africa are a little lower than if I was posting this video to a primarily North American or European or Asian market. But that's okay. It's okay. It's fine. We'll figure this thing out. Cliff notes. It's been fun. I'm really enjoying it. This channel has helped me get a lot more consultancy business, which has helped me make some money to sustain myself and my family. This channel has helped me get a bunch of professional gigs that are not really consultancies, but just it allowed me to start doing emceeing events. I've emceed Data Fest, for example, with an organization called Policy for the last 2 years, solely because of this channel and people finding me via this channel. So also, if you want me to MC an event of yours that's really sort of like tech or business related, because I don't know if I'm an MC like fully, like I don't know if I'm going to do your wedding yet. I don't know how I feel about that, but moderating panels in technology and data, that's my source. I can definitely do that. But yes, so those two avenues have been very valuable. I do plan to get more sponsorships as I keep making content. And so if you want to hook me up with a sponsorship, then I'm your boy. You can contact me. All my information for contacting me is on this channel and on my website. You can absolutely find me if you need to talk to me. And then finally, in the future, we're going to have a studio. We're going to have a studio in Kampala, Uganda, somewhere. I'm not sure yet, but it'll be a very nice studio that will support content creators to create more content, but also to learn how to create content. So that involves video editing, that involves shooting, taking different shots, generating income, script writing, all that kind of good stuff. Maybe to also double as a co-working space, really not sure yet. But the point is, in a year or two, I will have a studio, and I'll also have a team that I will be paying to sustain this journey. And I don't think I'll ever run out of content. We'll see. But the goal is to share as much content as I do this life thing. This channel is called Work-Life Balance. That's what I started calling it. And I do share a lot of work stuff. And really the reason why I do that is because I'm sort of like trying to work up the confidence to start doing more life stuff, because the life stuff is a bit more intimate and a bit more, you know, out there. And people will tell me this is really hard, but really I'm just sitting in front of a camera and talking to it. It's very easy, really. No one else is in here except the video editor. And sometimes when I even move away, then I could have the camera without someone behind the camera. And so this is easy. But if I have to, you know, walk around the streets with a camera, you know, it gets a bit uncomfortable. But it's something that I can definitely do, and I think I'll begin to do that more soon. But that'll be part of the evolution of the channel, which you should stick around for. But yes, as for now, that's it from me. This is the first year. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Hit that like button if you haven't. Share this video with anyone that you think it would be valuable for, especially if they want to start following me. So I basically share a bunch of information around data, technology, and using tech and different software to make your life easier. But also just life stuff. Sometimes I post workout videos. Sometimes I'll begin to post videos when I travel and things like that. So stick with me. I have a lot coming, and I will see you on this journey. Peace.